For years, this sounded like a conspiracy theory, but it wasn't. Something whispered about in underground forums and late-night radio shows. But Project MKUltra was real. It was a classified program run by the United States government, and its purpose was one of the most disturbing goals imaginable: to control the human mind. The story begins in the early 1950s. At the height of the Cold War, the United States feared that rival nations, especially the Soviet Union, had discovered ways to manipulate human behavior: brainwashing, psychological warfare, forced confessions. In response, the CIA launched Project MKUltra. Officially, it was described as research. Unofficially, it crossed ethical lines that should never have been crossed. Under MKUltra, the CIA conducted hundreds of secret experiments on human subjects. Most of them never agreed to participate. Men and women were given LSD without their knowledge. Some were hospital patients. Others were prisoners, military personnel, even ordinary citizens living normal lives. In many cases, people believed they were part of harmless medical studies. Instead, they became test subjects in extreme psychological experiments. The methods were brutal. Subjects were exposed to high doses of hallucinogenic drugs. They were kept awake for days, placed in sensory deprivation chambers, subjected to electroshock therapy, hypnosis, verbal abuse. Some were observed behind one-way mirrors while under the influence, as researchers took notes on their behavior. The goal wasn't treatment, it was control. Researchers wanted to know if memories could be erased, if personalities could be broken down and rebuilt, if a human being could be programmed against their will. The consequences were devastating. Many subjects suffered severe psychological damage. Some experienced lifelong trauma. Others lost their ability to function normally in society. There are documented cases of people who never fully recovered, and at least one death has been directly linked to MKUltra experiments. One of the most disturbing aspects of the program is how long it remained hidden. For more than 20 years, MKUltra operated in complete secrecy. No oversight, no accountability, no informed consent. It wasn't until the mid-1970s, during congressional investigations into intelligence agencies, that the truth began to surface. But even then, the full story never came out. As investigations closed in, thousands of MKUltra documents were deliberately destroyed. Entire files were shredded or burned under direct orders. By the time lawmakers demanded answers, only a small fraction of records remained. What we know today comes from what survived destruction, and what survived is already horrifying. No CIA officials were seriously punished. No public apologies were issued. Many victims never even learned that they had been experimented on. To this day, the true scale of Project MKUltra remains unknown. How many people were affected? How far did the experiments really go? What methods were tested that never made it into surviving documents? Those questions may never be answered. Project MKUltra stands as one of the darkest chapters in modern American history, not because it was hidden, but because it was allowed to happen, and it leaves behind a chilling question that still echoes today. If a government once believed it was acceptable to experiment on its own citizens in secret, what else could be justified in the name of national security?